We double eliminated Mojo Tadio.
Very strong.
But so we don't see him here. I don't know how he's been doing in terms of like playing Smash or doing things. Because DBFZ's been big for him, I know.
Yeah, so DBFZ, BlazBlue, big FGC background we've been seeing with singles. I mean, he has further discussed, but with how the ruling for this Arcadian was laid out, we chose that previously PR'd.
What the fuck?
Oh, flow
I'm
cancels?
sorry.
Yeah, flow cancels there.
Holy shit. That's
so
horrifying.
We've seen with previous PR'd players that they're immediately banned from and sent to Shark Tank. Well,
Wonder, Troy.
In the end of 3.02 to 3.5, Deku's was PR'd. He was number 10 of his region, yes.
Of DFW?
Of DFW.
Okay.
And we decided not to let him...
not to ban him
due to the fact he's staring him in the eyes as he's immediately float canceling.
What a wild man.
So we chose not to ban him because during that time the community had died out and we had only like 10 to 12 active members.
Yeah.
So it was a consistent small bracket. So at that point, it was an argument of did Deku's really deserve the PR placement at that point?
Yeah, was it like, is it more skill or is it like, oh no.
And in all actuality, I mean, Deku's is a very strong player. Probably...
He's one of the best double players in Texas.
Yeah, I think he's probably one of the best double players so far from what we've seen in the doubles meta 4 PM. Making strong placings, beating people like Blink and Ivane.
And I mean, was it Malachi Sosa or was it Thunder Sosa?
Sosa Thunders at CCC2. Yeah, he 2-0'd them.
Yeah.
So
they came back in losers, but like that's still fucking wild.
Yeah. Incredible showings and being the first of his pool.
Did he get first seed?
Mm-hmm.
Who was projected to be first seed in his pool?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think he's actually seeded to win this whole tournament.
Really?
Yeah. Besides him, Da, and
Pancakes.
someone. Yeah, maybe Pancakes.
That wasn't quite the nipple spike. One thing about Deku is like he's very much like you can see the little hints of him being a doubles player because he's just constantly throwing hitboxes. And like if he's going for grab confirms, they're typically very safe ones off of like an FC Nair. But like you don't see a lot of raw grab in neutral, or as I like to call run up grab, a ruag.
Yeah.
Which makes wake up grab even better because then it's a WOG!
Well, the thing is, especially with how it's played out, is that Peach is the only character who has a move that is plus on shield.
Yeah.
So with things, if Youngblood is going to get close, or anyone for that fact, he can just go for an FC Nair. It's going to be plus, and then he, because of the float cancel, immediately opt it into some form of option select. So he can do something like a Thought Walk and down smash.
Dude, good old Thought Walk.
He can go into FC Grab.
That was a great fair, actually.
But it's really strong pressure, and it's one of the great tactics and how he takes out a matchup like Captain Falcon.
It's grab armored. His DI on these knees has been actually perfect. Like, he has not gotten hit by a single down throw knee, and this should be the stock. Yep. Should be able to refresh. Yep. Man, that's the thing with float cancel out of tournament winner, is it's just like, there is so much coverage that Peach gets, and there's the golf club.
And it's invincible.
What a perfect sequence.
It's a because
was that 0 to death?
Yeah, it was a 0
to
death.
God. Oh my goodness.
We're about to see another one. Yeah. Very strong. You have to make sure that you are baiting out any form of ground game, especially with Deku's style of Peach. You want to make sure that you can go for like double jump aerials, make sure that you're feinting any form of jump, go for tomahawks. Very, very questionable, especially what we've seen so far from Youngblood.
What interests me about Jay's neutral is that it's not a dash dance heavy Peach. It's very much like I'm going to use very, very fast and safe aerials to obfuscate my intention. And as soon as you run in on me, I have something there. Or I'm able to combo. Like, it's very difficult to pin him down. And as soon as he gets a conversion hit, he's in there like swimwear. Like, he's... Oh my god, that's so good.
And it's incredible just to see how he wants to play. Because formulaic, or on paper, it's a great tactic to choose to wall you off with aerials that are incredibly safe on shield.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that you're so frame tight on your micro positioning, especially with things like pivot nairs. Probably one of the only options Falcon has just to call out said aerial.
Yeah. He also, like, one thing from Youngblood, oh my god. One thing from Youngblood that I'm not seeing, he's very actively approaching. There is not a lot of patience, there's not a lot of pick my moments. And I think that's always been a little bit of a problem for Youngblood, is that he's always kind of wanted to be a go-in type Falcon.
Well, it's really hard because we've been seeing Youngblood go for a very dash, dance-heavy neutral as well, but with you see, especially on this stage, Deku's just staying under platform. He doesn't need to approach. There's no form of bait that comes out from the dash dance where Deku needs to go and approach. He just needs to wall off, hold center stage as he is doing.
Yeah. Like, there's no reason to challenge Captain Falcon on a platform if you have a 4-stock lead.
Exactly.
And the thing is here is, like, even when Trevor, like, retreats a little bit to the corner or, like, to the platform, he gets overshot on or gets caught up in, you know, whatever's going on. But we've got... Oh, no!
Yep.
Wow. Jay ran over him, honestly.
And Deku believes that Peach is arguably top 5 in PM.
I think that she's fucking